how this works. Alright, so now for the test. Let's see. Okay, so it's live here, live on YouTube. Let's see on Twitch how we're doing on Twitch. Is it live there? Goddamn. It will be working. Alright, let's see on the porn site, previously known as Twitter. I mean, it's called X. What do you... Alright, so all three of them are live. Okay, let's see now. Where's the Streamlabs thing? There it is. And okay, accept cookies, whatever. Let's get cooking. Oh my god. So, hello everybody. Today I'm just gonna be continuing work on illustration triptych of the Queen and the Woodboard. It's a comic series that I'm making that's basically based around kind of Slavic gods, and it is in full continuity with my other currently running comic series called Fine Print. And today I am trying out streaming on 3 platforms at the same time because I have power. We'll see how it works. Alright, we got Jico on YouTube. We have Ripoff on Twitch. Alright, let's see. Now, only thing I'm missing is, what's it called? Twitter. Hey, Vampire Darkness. Hey, Ghosty. See you live. Say, just want to say character designs. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it seems to be working for now. Just let me know if you notice any like big latency issues or something like that, like if the streams are glitching. I don't think they should. I have pretty decent internet here, and computer-wise, I don't think I should have any problems. But still, you never fucking know. It's the first one. Alright, time to render out Chernobog's forearms. Because he's got 4 arms. Funny. What? I mean, somebody has to bless the stream, come on. Yep. One of the very big fun benefits of doing stuff with Slavic myths is you can just make shit up. Like you can genuinely make shit up. And here's the thing, you can make shit up with any one of these mythological inspired things because guess what? That's what creativity is all about. Plus, the last thing you want is to cater to people who know mythology, every fucking ounce of it, and then just keep on going nitpicking, going like, in the actual myth that is transcribed in this book, page this, and it's like, no, fuck off. You don't want to give them an inch. Of course I'm gonna get those. I've already gotten those, and then I point out the one very relevant fact. Well, there's 2 relevant facts about Slavic mythology. One of them is the fact that it's oral tradition that changes from village to village, and the other one is you're dealing with stories that were, you know them from the human standpoint. Who says that's how they happen from the divine standpoint? Get fucked. Exactly, it's the same universe, so what the fuck do I care? Hey, Voxit, thank you. Plus, it complain in the comments it's freeing age. Yeah, no, this is more along the lines of people who read the comics and then get all knowledgeable, which is always just adorable. It's like, actually in the story, I'm like, which story? not in this one, so fuck off. Because that's the cool part. Like, Linda and I created the perfect cheat code for all of those people. Whenever they come with us, and it's literally canonical in the story, there's going to be points where it's mentioned and explained, where it's like there's what humans wrote that happened, and then there's what actually happened. And those two things tend to vary widely. Yeah. I mean, they can comprehend it. It's just like they weren't there to see it. And if they were there to see it, chances are they would burn. Yeah, mind blown, and the eyes, and the rest of the body. It's just not smart to gaze upon the divine, really. Unless you're Lauren, then you're just like, what the fuck is the matter with you? Mare will be like, don't look at me or you'll die. Lauren stares respectfully. Oh, thanks, Brian. All right. The one thing that I'm really happy about is that Morana gives up her ice powers early on in the story, so she doesn't have this look anymore. Because this look is tedious to draw, not gonna lie. All the bones and shit all the time. Yeah, no, fuck that. This ain't Witchblade, stop it. Hey, Sarah. Yeah, I am doing great. I'm gonna do some warm-ups with this today. And then I'm gonna write a chapter of my novel. Then I'm gonna draw 2 comic pages. Then I'm gonna go out for a walk. Gonna have some fun. I keep myself busy and I keep myself happy. Hey, Siano. It's so weird finishing up Fine Print 2 now and just seeing the damn thing grow. It's like I still have like a transcript of the original tweet where I mentioned the idea and was like, this is so stupid. There's like this is something I'll never gonna do because it's very likely if I tried it would end up being a fucking massively long story, and it wasn't wrong. Hey, Kura. Yeah, and also, yeah, you're never helping with that. You're always like, hey, imagine if this and this, and me like, oh, I could write that, motherfucker. Ah, I'll say hi back, Sienna. Yeah, Remy. My other favorite thing is like, I'm gonna have a character that's covered in tattoos. That's smart. That's great. I can't see that getting annoying to deal with anytime soon. And like at least I'm working digitally, so I can actually make a tattoo and then just kind of staple it on the character and warp it to shape. It's still tedious. How's things going for you? I'm going great. Yeah, Ramon. Yeah, I'm. Jesus Christ! I still remember when I was like, "Hey, Stephen, why are you drawing all these mechas and pilots? Are you making a mecha comic?" I'm like, "No, I'm drawing them because there's absolutely no danger of me ever making a mecha comic because everything has been done in that, so I can't contribute anything. So I get to just have fun. This is the only thing where there's no danger of me starting." Rewind move forward a month later, literally New Year's morning. Motherfucker. Every damn time. So yeah, from now on, my policy is this. If I start thinking about a new thing, a new cool little gimmick, it's like, oh, this looks cool. Oh, I could. I just stop it and I get help. And I don't mention it to Linda because Linda is no help. Linda is the worst. Linda will just go like, "Ooh," and then you could do this and that. And I'm like, "Oh yeah, yeah, yeah." And then imagine this, and they're like, "Oh my god, that would be so awesome." And then I'm like, "Yeah." Cat says hi. Oh, Linda is a massive enabler. Then again, I'm no better. Like that's the secret to our creativity for sure. That we're just here sitting next to each other, enabling each other 24/7. However, downside of that is, you spread yourself a little thin. Yeah, Fine Print 2 is nearing completion. Right now, I'm about to do the sassiest fucking argument in the history of ever. It's Buffett versus Lucifer. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, the second one raises the stakes a lot. And then the third one will fucking be like the ending of the third one is just gonna be like I think everybody's gonna fucking lose their shit when that happens. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I still can't believe that this book is an actual success, which is even more hilarious given that literally it has no promotion at all. Like, it's just, like what I mean is like, we have ourselves. Top Cow will share our stuff, of course, but Top Cow only has so much reach. It had no reviews on comic sites except for one, and that one was from somebody who's already a fan of my work. So it's like this thing is so goddamn obscure, and it keeps selling like crazy. It's just surreal. Am I streaming on Twitter too? I am triple streaming. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, word of mouth. Listen, word of mouth makes or breaks a book. This is one of those things where Sunstone and Fine Print have literally made their success on that. Just that. Because Sunstone is a book that's very hard to promote. It's very hard to market. Same as with Fine Print, So it's literally going to be carried by the word of mouth. And those books thankfully do have it. Now, if I can only get some word of mouth rolling on fucking Death Vigil, Jesus Christ, that book is just so stubborn to fail. I, Well, hopefully there's gonna be less dark times, but there's gonna be plenty more of my books, so just in case, got you covered. Please come to Dallas, Texas Con. I wouldn't hold my breath about it. I really, really, really don't do well in hot places. I've literally done San Diego Comic Con like once in like 15 years. Like I hate heat. Like you can't even understand. Okay, like I'm the person who looks at the Antarctica going like, come to Canada. Now that I can discuss. see, people there know what a temperature should be like. It was so funny. Last time I came to Canada, I came in a short sleeve t-shirt. It's snowing outside. Me. I have made choices in life. Wait, Denver, that's Colorado. Isn't that like hot as well? It's like, it comes to Texas only during winter. It's like, is there a winter con? Like, all joking aside, I would love to see Texas. Denver is at the foot of the Rocky Mountains. Oh, so Denver is like the good kind of temperature. Colorado is high in the mountain. Huh. I didn't know that. I don't know geography. Did I see the GTA 6 trailer? I didn't even play the first 5 games, so no. This is where just everybody unsubscribes at least. What the fuck? There we go, rip off. Welcome to being up to date. Wait, Denver is a mile high? So what you're saying is, if you open a club there, see where I'm going with it? Yeah? Alright. This is a mature stream ran by a pure intellectual, by the way. Have I played Baldur's Gate 3 yet? I have started it. But then came that whole thing where I have 2 massive books to finish and a novel to progress and several other comics to work on and side hustle of comic covers to do. So what I'm saying is I didn't finish it. I haven't even reached Karlach. I'm still trying to figure out how to let the goblin one go out of the cage. Whatever the what's her name? The one with the nose upturned. I don't even know what her species is. What? Genshin? Oh, okay. Yeah. It is. Yes, goth, the goth. And then there's the tourist subspecies of them, the visit goth. I need more coffee. I need more coffee, really. God damn it. What is with my brain today? Oh man. I am cringe, but I am free. Same cup. No. Hey, Rian. So when the stand-up special airing on Patreon. Oh dear. Hey, Ayrton Sky. Hey, Hasty. Oh yeah, Linda's always on in the background of these streams, sneezing, laughing, backseat arting. It's like backseat gaming, except with art. Listen, not every joke that I have here is gonna be a banger. Most of them won't. Hey, good day. Yeah, fuck it. Might just skip to this one a bit. So this is a triptych promotional piece for future. I'm working on a scene, well, basically kind of a compilation of scenes for my comic, The Queen and the Woodborn. I got this comic that I'm making. It's based on like Slavic mythology and like gods and humans of that time. So it's gonna be yeah. Yes. I got about 100 pages done already, and now next year I'm hoping to actually finish the first book of it, and I'll be able to then publish that. So that'll be nice. It's a cancel almost. And like with any other of my comic projects, I like to have like some other stuff along to go along with it, prints and stuff. Thank you. Oh. We'll see how it does. Literally, like every one of my projects, it's gonna sink or swim by the word of mouth, and word of mouth happens if comic is good. Hopefully, not always. Yeah, this is gonna be a big year for my publishing. I got beginning of the year I have Fine Print 2 and Sunstone 8 coming out. Then after that later in the year Sunstone hardcover, third one. What else? There was something else. Shit, what was it? Oh, Bloodstone. Yeah, our publishing. When I said my publishing, I'm like, why does that sound wrong? I think Linda has something. I just couldn't remember it because right now my brain is a under caffeinated potato, but we'll fix that. So yeah, there's gonna be a Bloodstone hardcover. That's first 4 volumes, or 4, yeah. Then, depending on if I can make it before the end of the year, I might actually have The Queen and the Woodborn coming out as well, the first one, and there's gonna be Death Vigil 2, where I'm gonna start publishing it in single issues. That's mostly for people who like the single issues from the get-go and want to complete their collection. Those aren't likely gonna be any large print runs, so it's very much gonna be dependent on people's pull lists and pre-orders, because that's just mostly as a kind of there's collectors who actually love having single issues. Oh, nice, Patrick. Thank you. Yeah, Aquaman was a very fun book to draw, which was shocking for me because when they pitched it to me, I'm like, really? Yeah, Aquaman, me? You just, and they're like, no, listen, you've been very clear about the fact that you don't like drawing cars. I'm like, I really don't like drawing cars. And I was like, this book is gonna be like 95% underwater with like fantastic realms of Atlantis and stuff like that. You can draw monsters, underwater stuff, cool battles, and all that. I'm like, okay, now you have my attention. How's Letters to the Vampire Queen going? Let me check. We are at page 211, and Lysandra is about to start seducing the queen. Shit's about to get wild. When you have no other way to communicate with somebody, you turn on that night lust. I'm sure it's gonna go great. Hey there, music. But yeah, once this is done, should be in about a week or so. I'm sending it to my proofreader. Then after that comes the best dream of all. You know it, you love it, maybe. Slavic man reads vampire, lesbian, thriller, romance, fiction, fantasy. Listen, it's a complicated subgenre of fantasy, okay? That funny thing when you just needed to invent a book for Sunstone, but you end up literally inventing a book. Amazing. Yeah. And Dolphin was such a fun character to draw. Also, she was a very fun character to design because there was the classic version of Dolphin, but we were given allowances to update the character because it's like this is a new version of her in a new continuity, and since we were dealing with all these kinds of deep sea mutations, we could actually get creative with her. So I actually had a lot of fun refining her design. She turned out pretty nicely in the end. I was actually very happy. Also, it's so funny. The design for Mera's outfit was a fan art that I did before. And they were like, okay, you can update the designs for this and that and the other, right? And like, I'm like, what about Mera? They're like, could you do something like this? And they showed me my own design. I'm like, yes, I believe I can. And that design ended up just going. Like, it's one of the longer lasting ones I've seen in modern comics, like, which just kind of surprised me massively. Just checking every couple of years if I'm still in CS3. See you in a few years. Funny thing is, I have a fully active license of the new Photoshop, and I hate it. I really, really, really hate it. Oh, hey, Kaleida. Yeah, this one is the first book is gonna be done next year. I think there's gonna be like an update either in January or in February, the next one. Because this is one of those projects that's not on any deadline, on any schedule. This just happens whenever I need to kind of back off and just chill. Because this is my kind of a happy place project. I get to do just a bunch of forests and just fantastical stuff, fairy tale stuff. Because this whole story is very, very intensely and intentionally structured as a fairy tale. Have you ever tried Kryda? No. I can afford a program. The thing is, like, I don't have the time to learn a program. And unfortunately, the new Photoshop is a massive piece of shit bloatware that actually lags my computer. And it takes a lot of effort to lag my computer because I heavily invested in my work, right? Like, this isn't something where you can go like, oh, I'm just gonna make money and never fucking invest in my tools. You have to. So I heavily invested into it. My computer should be able to laugh at any kind of Photoshop, like, yet it doesn't. Like, it's just no, it's horrible. Like, I wish the new Photoshop came with an option. Reduce all the unnecessary bloat. Remove shit. Reduce it to like. I will pay you for a new Photoshop that will revert it to CS3 except with better fucking memory handling. That's it. There we go. I'm good. Thanks. Here, take the money. Fuck off. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Jill. Yeah, it's so bloaty. Like, it's so weird. Like it shouldn't be this hard to have a like for fuck's sakes, like this is Adobe. Like Photoshop has been a staple of art or of digital art for so long. Like how have they not updated anything relevant for art in it in so long is beyond me. How the fuck does it still have the same monochromatic brushes that it's had for so long? Is just frustrating. Like Clip Studio has vastly outpaced it. The only reason why I'm not using it is because I don't have the time to sit down and learn it because I am on a consistent and constant deadline. Yeah, Clip Studio constantly improves because Clip Studio actually listens to their users and goes like, "Oh, you want to see this happen? Okay, we'll see. We'll figure it out." And they do, and then it's amazing. Oh man, I got a feeling that my Tourette's is gonna start acting up soon. Inspiration is kicking in hard these days. I've gotten back to that point where it's like I have a very clear idea where the stories are going, and I'm getting super excited to, you know, get them there, and um, that's great for the stories, not great for my Tourette. That's where it really starts getting a wee bit unmanageable. Yeah, back in the day, they knew there was there were limited resources they were dealing with, so they were actually making programs that were, managing those resources in smart ways, limiting bloat. And now they're like, well, computers are stronger, so just fuck it, let it all hang. Do I have my comic scripted entirely before I start drawing? No, I have outlines. Outlines sort out all the scene beats and things that need to happen. uh, they resolve the plot points and all that. It's like, okay, this happens here, and the payoff is at that point, blah blah. Uh, and then when I get to the update, that's when I will tend to refine it, where I will sometimes sit down and just write the scene. Or if I have a really, really strong idea of what it's gonna be, I just kind of draw it and write the dialogues as I go. Most of the times, it's kind of a mix of both for me. That's kind of the idiosyncrasy of being a writer artist. When you're a writer only or an artist only, like you have a different approach to this stuff than when you're a writer artist. Then it's like lines tend to blur. Oh, look at me using big words. Coffee is kicking in. Good coffee. Thank you. Sure thing, Rolnix. And yeah, also, like, if any one of you ever has any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Bless you. Will there be any poison ivy artwork? When I feel like drawing her, really. Which, it's generally often. It's just, actually, that's a lie. When it's not when I feel like drawing her, it's a combination of when I feel like drawing her and I have the time. See ya, Kura. It's been a little while since my last stream. Yes, literally a little while. I stream pretty much every day. I was, hey, Dante. Oh, he's great. Do I have any pointers how to select the skin tone? So I've been self-taught in this stuff for a long time, And one of the things that I used to learn when I was doing when I was learning Photoshop is what I would do is I would take a photo, right? And here's what I would do. Like, people would often go like, "Oh, let me color pick and then draw with that." It's like my point wasn't to draw with the color pick colors. So here's what I would do, right? Let's say this is a photo of a person, right? So I would be like, um, this color is located around here and around this quarter, like like the center of this quarter here. So this is kind of what I'm after, right? Then this color is more along the yellow side, so it's kind of be here. So like that's what I would do. Like I would just kind of pick from photos and just analyze where the picker landed, and just be later on like, okay, now I'm gonna draw stuff without the photo, and I'm gonna try and use what I've remembered. And I did that for like weeks, and then it kind of sat with me. Still flawed and imperfect, but yeah, it's weird. I made them happy, yeah, pretty much. Oh, sorry, Dante. Yeah, no, sorry. I wasn't streaming on YouTube. Yeah, I just noticed the YouTube icon. I was streaming on Twitch and Twitter. I was experimenting now with because I upgraded streaming thing. And now I can actually multi-stream. So now I don't have to pick and choose. I can just do it all. Haha. Yeah, try it out. Like it's something where it's like don't rely on it, for like color pick and then use the color on your artwork. Just kind of study where it lands and then try to draw something while and see how much you remember. Trust me, a few weeks in and you'll be just fine. It's gonna because a lot of the colors I have a problem recognizing, but the program doesn't. So it's gonna decrypt, what is this? It's like what color is this here, right? It's like, whoa, let's see. This one's this, right? But this one is here, like. So it's like it kind of moves around, It's like, what is this? Well, this one's more along the kind of a grayish green, It's grayish yellow, actually. Sorry. Need more coffee. And then another thing you may want to look into is so the thing that taught me a lot was working with 3D. Because when you work with 3D, first of all, you sculpt things, so you kind of train yourself to make something from every possible angle, which adds to your knowledge, right? But one of the interesting things that I learned in 3D is when you start setting up materials for a proper render. And then you start learning things about materials that you see, but you don't understand what's happening or why. You don't understand what makes skin look like skin. Well, it's the subsurface scattering. It's the special kind of reflectivity. It's all those little elements kicking in together. Without knowing them, yeah, sure, you can take a photo and copy it, right? Like, you'll do a piece by piece, and it'll work. It'll look right. But if you truly understand why a thing is happening on the skin, well, then all of a sudden you're dealing with, you have way more interesting weapons in your arsenal to work with. Like, yeah, definitely look up and look into the concept of subsurface scattering. It'll do wonders for the realism of your work. The other thing, of course, being ambient occlusion, or the way that light and shadow work, Those two would be the most crucial elements to kind of nailing some pretty realistic rendering, The rest is just practice. Hey, cats! And the funny thing is, like, I had no idea about any of that stuff until I actually started working with 3D. It's so weird, because like with 3D, you don't just have to make a thing look. You have to understand why the thing, what makes a thing look realistic. When you see a marble statue and you try and render it as is, and you're like, why doesn't it look like marble? And then you start understanding, oh, there is a specific quality to the material of marble that makes it soak in light. It makes it semi-translucent in thinner parts. It has the subsurface scattering. A lot of materials do that. A leaf on a tree will do that. Hair will do that. A lot of stuff will do that. Why I gotta be all brainy tonight? Coffee's extra good. Thank you. Also, come on, I put this on YouTube under education. I gotta say something smart. Yo, dude! Old man, Welcome to the club. Happy birthday, buddy. Hmm? Yeah, his birthday. Linda says happy birthday as well. In a very Linda way. Yeah, exactly. That's why you come here, for the smarts. Nothing but big brain action over here. Damn, it's been a while since I've seen Nightbot in action. Do I have TikTok? No. I can only handle so much social media. I think TikTok would be the one that just ends me in the end. Will Shield Maidens get a print version? Yes, when it's their turn to be finished. Pretty much every one of these comics that I'm making on my Patreon, they're all gonna be moved to print once done. Thank you. Yeah, the series hasn't even scratched the surface. Shh. Shield Maidens is fully intended to be an absolute spectacle of a book, but that's depending it doesn't sync with book one, you know? Because even among my creator-owned, I can't justify spending time working on a book that doesn't find an audience while, having books with audience just kind of wait in line for nothing. It's like at that point, it's unjustifiable. And it's disrespectful for, you know, the actual audience is built. Do I have to give out art critique? No. Mostly because most of the times art critique is given, it's kinda, kinda gets it wrong. Well, I do at least. So I avoid it. Because that's the problem. Is like over time I've learned that, what I think today I will often surpass tomorrow, And then it's like, well, let me give you advice based on what on my current knowledge. And then, a few years later, it's like, oh, hold up. Remember that time I told you not to do the thing? I was wrong. So it's like, eh. Am I doing San Diego Comic Con next year? I don't think so. I'd love to, but I got some real life scheduling. Like San Diego is not real life. Jesus Christ. I have something scheduled that unfortunately I cannot skip. We are doing New York though. And New York is interesting because it's easier for us to get there, first of all, much less flying time. And second of all, New York's got Broadway, and we tend to slightly like musicals, and by slightly like I mean it's a problem. Oh no, this isn't an NDA type stuff. It's just real life stuff, like you know, family life stuff. Why do I keep insisting calling it real life stuff? Yeah. Another reason why I avoid giving out art critique is when you're self-taught, you kind of taught to do things the wrong way and make it work. So, like, this is why I'm very reluctant always to give out advice in general. Like, I'll give out advice for like simple stuff that I'm like, okay, you want to know how I do a specific thing. Here's how I do it. Here's why I do it. Make of that what you will. I don't like, I don't like addressing other people's work by my own standards, my own criteria, because they're not done by those standards and by those criteria. They're done in different ways. They're done with a different mindset behind them, and like there's also the final element of it of every kind of critique is this personal tastes. What are you gonna do with that? It's like I've had people tell me that they profoundly dislike my art, and should I take their word over people who like it? It's like, it's at some point. I think one of the harshest lessons that a person gets in my line of work is like how to learn how to absolutely fucking ignore critique, because most of the time it comes down to this wasn't for me. You know what I mean? And it's like, what are you gonna do with that? Like you really can't. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying critique isn't valid, critique isn't useful. I'm just bad at it. Critique, like teaching, is a skill set of its own. Because I've seen good critique, and not as in, oh, somebody said that thing is good. No, but critique that where the critic would be like, these are my biases that I'm going into it, so this is what you have to understand where I'm coming from when I say I don't like this or I like this for this specific reason. So if you like stuff that I like, and that's useful. That's contextualized. That's useful to the person reading the critique and to the creator. Why is it always when I say something, 5 minutes later my brain reminds me that I'm full of shit? I've actually done really good critique over other people's works when they brought me their portfolios. What am I even? What even am I? What is my brain at this point? Like I fucking swear there are two brains in me right now. Like it's just like one brain's like I don't know shit. The other one is just fucking slapping it on the back of its head, going like, "The fuck are you talking about?" Huh? No, yeah, I don't know what is wrong. Like, I've been doing this more and more over the years. It's like, how do you do this? I don't know. But no, really, here's how you do this. I... Fucking hell. Old age is getting to me. My apologies, everybody. Fucking hell. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever be rid of imposter syndrome. Doesn't matter how fucking good you get. Yeah. Because it's like where everybody sees where you are. You're the only one who constantly is looking for where you wanna be, and it's like you're not there, and like everybody's like, it's awesome, like this is cool, this looks lovely, and you're like, no, this isn't what I want it to be. And this is why I can't be a teacher. Also, the other side of my brain is going like, and this is why I'd make a pretty good teacher. Fucking hell. I hear voices in my head. But that's okay, I'm a writer. Yeah. Hashtag just writer things. I mean, thank you. Oh, damn. That's nice, Kaleida. And also, this is where that freaking ADHD part of my brain is going like, hey, buddy, hey, wanna swap images and do something else? And I'm like, ooh. I think I would just confuse people. No joke. Because I'd start with one thing and then I'd go like, but if you look at it from a different direction, and then I'd fucking tell them the entire story about that. And then I'd be like, but however, if you consider this, then there's a whole other perspective that you could take and then fucking say all that. And in the end, they just ever just go outside going like, what the fuck did I just listen to? So yeah. I see where the fucking problem is. It's been bugging me. When I choose to do traditional materials, is it out of desire or kind or like exercise? It's the money. Listen, you can sell a painting. What do you want? But also, like, there is just. I'm gonna be real with you. I miss getting my hands dirty. Am I gonna do more Witchblade art? Yeah, when they do more Witchblade, I'm gonna toss in some stuff. It's gonna be fun. Hmm. Is the queen a descendant of this lady, or is it just a coincidence that they're alike? That's for me to know and you to find out. Be back in a second. and back. I mean, here's the thing. You gotta understand one thing. A lot of this is muscle memory. I've been doing this for over 20 years now, so at this point, yeah, I can swap between those body modes and know what they're gonna do, because I've spent 20 plus years experimenting with them. Trust me, it gets better. That's the thing. Even now, like I look at this image with very different eyes. Like I hate it, for instance. I hate it because the skin tones are completely wrong from what I want them to be. So, like sometimes I do stuff like this, right? I will select layer, new layer, copy, and then I'll just experiment with some auto contrast and stuff just to see if something makes my brain click. So I do stuff like cutout to see whether or not the shapes are framing themselves right, or like filter, artistic, field image adjustments, auto levels, right? This pops things back into some sort of a perspective where it's like, okay, there are certain differences that are happening here. Then I will sometimes just do like, like do some color or like, what's it? hue and use it as a sort of a control layer where I'm gonna just, add a little bit of that to it. Merge down. Then I will often, do some saturation stuff. Desaturate a little. For now, and then once I actually see where I want to take it, it's weird, See you, Ripuff. I was like, it would be both easier and smarter if I did these things from a reference. But the problem is finding a reference that captures the exact angle, the exact mood that I'm after is too goddamn near impossible, to the point where I just don't even bother. So I just kind of struggle, bust my way through it like this, and then, And like, sure, I could also always kind of have references that are just for illumination's sake, and those would work. But again, not always that what works for me. Thank you, Ernest. Oh, there's gonna be a lot of heartbreak in this story. I mean, this very piece is called "The Goddess Thrice Abandoned." Actually, thrice forsaken. That's the word. Listen, it's my one purpose in life to take your feelings and just isekai them into another world by hitting them with a truck. That's how this works. Then I'm gonna make a book about that.
Oh wow.
Hey, I keep things interesting. Okay, I've been streaming now for 1 hour and a half. I think I'm gonna squeeze in a bit more with something else now, because I've been itching to get some, where is it? There it is. Let's see which one of these. Which one of these do I want to carry on and start finishing? I should probably finish this one because this one is relevant for the current. Actually, okay. My light plan for this one was above here slightly. Illuminated by the thing, I guess, yeah. Hey, Raiders! Alright, let's see. Oh, this one's all the way here, huh? Actually, no, she can't have blood on her on this scene. Because canonically not real, canonically not working. So, what? Oh, goddamn, it's wrong layer. Wait, do I even? What's okay, so this is the. Okay, so technically, just the pedals. I can move them up here. Okay. Layer, merge layers. Alright. Yeah, can work with that. Then I can. There we go. This is a different story. This is a whole other queen. Right, I don't need the hair for now. I can just blend this away for now. Wanna. The one thing I adore about this freaking blending brush is it turns digital work into oils. It is your own issue. Alright, I'm gonna need. Where is the other piece? There's the vampire queen. I need this one. Oh, right. Okay, so it's like this then. I know what I'm gonna do. How successful does Lisa's book become? She makes mediocre money. Woo! Nothing crazy. She's not the next Stephen King, but for the first time, she starts properly paying the bills around the house, is what I'm saying. Oh, you're gonna have some fun on my Patreon. No joke. Hmm. 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 I'm gonna try something. Let's see. I'm gonna try and go for kind of that mad, elated smile of somebody who thinks they're going mad by seeing something that they wish is real but couldn't possibly be. You know, that moment of, you know, now I just gotta capture that specific moment of, no problem. Because she has been all alone for centuries. And now somebody comes knocking. The only thing that's harder to capture than an honest smile is subtle midpoint things. Because, God, human face is capable of such incredible nuance. exactly the look when pizza delivery finally arrives. That is exactly what I was trying to say. Thank you. Is there really no hope? It's not that there's really no hope. Initially, I intended to do a crowdfunder for it, uh, but the shipping will cost more than the book at this point. Like it's just kind of the way it is. So it's kind of one of those things that I'm trying to avoid if possible. If not possible, I'll probably end up doing it, but I'm not going to be very happy about it. Because the first book of the Letters of the Vampire Queen is going to be with illustrations. If the plan was, if the crowdfunder was successful, it would have like 75 illustrations in it at least. So with illustrations, it would have like almost 700 pages. A 700-page book is like it's a massive chunker. Like it's heavy, you know. Yeah, you don't have to sell me on that. I'm also a very big fan of just having physical printed stuff. It's just sometimes, you know, I I don't see myself finding an actual publisher for a novel, so yeah, you kind of play the cards you got, and unfortunately, not a lot of cards to be had there. Because yeah, there's all kinds of options, but the problem is all of these options are for people who can afford to be full-time dealing with that. I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have that option. I can't do self-publishing. I can't maintain that. There's a whole lot of fiddling with that as well. So yeah, just I'll see what I do with it in the end. Hmm. Hmm? Oh yeah. Hmm. 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 What about print through demand through Amazon? No, no, I have zero interest in that. Hmm. It's fiddly. It makes me unable to track my numbers easily. No. See, there's one thing that I do that's kind of my own approach to things. Like, um, even with comics, the reason why I love graphic novels is graphic novels don't come with variant covers. Now, by now, there's been a few, but those were more like, hey, we printed it so many times that here's a special edition for like a specific store. There's been like maybe two or three different kind of special prints, but that's about it. Generally, with graphic novels, is you see your sales numbers and you know that's how many people bought them to read them. Uh, and it keeps it gives you a clear idea of how many people are interested in your work and how many people are reading. That way you know whether or not something has legs to stand on or you'd be better to just axe it. Same as with books. Like if you have a clear way of just constantly tracking, keeping up to date, how many copies you've sold overall, and like it's something that's easy to manage, easy to track, no problem. When you publish a book, right? You get the sales numbers, and you're like, oh, this is how many people bought the book. This is how many readers there are. Not this is how many copies were sold, but they have like 10 variants covers to them, so that one person bought 10 books. It's like, that's not 10 readers. I value more a reader than you know, selling the same thing to the one person. It's like I appreciate the support. I appreciate somebody loving my work enough to buy multiple copies. But at the end of the day, what matters to me is that that person read the book and they were happy to read it and they want more of the stories, right? Same as with the novel. You know, I want something where I can have a clear idea of, okay, this is how many copies were sold. This is how many people read the book. You know, it helps me, you know, it helps me determine whether or not a thing will carry on or not. Uh, no, no, this is just one of the inside covers for the novel that I'm working on. Not the covers, inside illustrations. Because if things work out properly with this thing, like my plan was to have a novel with up to 70 illustrations, and I have like already under construction. I have several finished, but there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, bless you, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I have 17 of them under construction already. Actually 18. I forgot this one. So yeah. And some of them are already finished, some of them are nearing completion, so I have an idea of what I want to do with it. Now, if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, you know. Oh, you're welcome, Pun Pun. She's the same girl. She's the same girl as this one. She has the gem here. It's just very pale right now. Hey, Ryan. Now, do I have the crown on? Would she wear it? I mean, she probably would, given the context of her situation. The whole thing is basically what her palace is, so I guess, yeah, it makes sense she would. Don't worry about it, Aaron. It's all still just me fiddling with stuff. There's a time to do the final checkup for the inconsistencies. But right now, I am just trying to figure because it's like maybe I'll scale this one down, maybe I'll up that one because none of it is still set in stone. Although it's a stone set in a necklace was up. No, I'm trying to still figure out like a lot of detail of this, So we'll get to it. Hey, Raphael. So, right now, my big thing is I'm still not happy with the facial expression. Oh no, it's not story reason. It's just literally inconsistencies right now. But it's kind of one of those things where it's like none of these things are completely done. So I'm trying to figure out like the designs aren't completely finalized either. So it's kind of still open to interpretation. It's one of those things like I said, maybe I'll reshape this one, maybe I'll reshape the other one on the painting. So it's just it's a matter of which one I end up liking in the end. That's the beauty of it when it's still unfinished. It's like it's still clay ready to be molded, to be sculpted. So you can do stuff with it. But when it's in print, that's when you're kind of fucked. And that's when you have to really pay attention to it and then tweak everything every time. Make sure it fits. Is her right hand okay? They're both okay. They're just kind of slapped on paint before I actually get, because what happens next is basically, I do this. Where is it? Get up. Yeah. I do my actual blending of colors then. And like I need some of these little shades to kind of permeate it because, veins and stuff. So, and then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna do the color tweaking and all that. It's a lot of fiddling around. Not just liquify. There's a lot of tools that you can use. Liquify is good for me. Well, I'm used to using Liquify because I'm used to 3D sculpting, and in 3D sculpting, it's a full form Liquify constantly. So it's just like I think like that. It's weird. But I'm also used to actual sculpting of clay, and you can kind of do that with clay as well. Kinda. There are limits, of course. Yeah. Yeah, my entire work method is so weird. Like, I watch people who they'll do a segment of the face and finish it completely, then do the next segment, finish it completely. I'm like, how does your brain work? And then, people like that see me go like, how does your brain work? We will never see eye to eye. Oh yeah, these are gonna be like rose petals. It's something that happens in the story, so trying to properly capture it all. Yep, that would be my brain. Can't do one thing, must multitask at all times. But at least there's persistency to go alongside the whole scatterbrainness. So I will finish most of those things. That's going great. First one of them is almost finished. I'm actually gonna deliver a printable file for like a bust version of Lisa with some swappable heads for people who want to test it out. That's gonna be like on the lowest tier of my Patreon, just so that people can just pick it up there, whoever is on the Patreon, and then they can test it out and see if it works. It's kind of one of those things where I've openly told them, listen, I can't guarantee this is gonna work because this is my first time. If you're willing to try it, here it is, and we'll see. Hopefully, it does work though. And also, even now, like I'm very much unsure of what I want to do with this specific panel. Panel, comic people, with this specific illustration. Like, because I'm still not sure whether or not I'm gonna go with the, the. I'm actually thinking like this may not be the path to go with, and I'm actually just gonna go with this one. Because it's kind of literally split-second moment between the two shots. So layer, new layer, copy. And this is why I have backup layers. No, I've no interest in selling painted figures. The production costs on those are massive, like actually massive. We did a Kickstarter for a Sunstone statue, and it's like 10, 11 inches tall. It's a wonderful statue. Like I have two copies of them, and the rest of them are about to be shipped. But those are $400 statues for 11 inches, and yeah, that's how much that shit costs to produce, and it fucking blew my mind. So I'm gonna minimize doing physical stuff when it comes to this, because like we do plan on making the bust pieces also, special busts of Ali and Lisa as well, and maybe then if those are successful and there's interest, then maybe Alan and Anne and Mary and James, we'll see. I don't think there's going to be that much interest because even those are going to be like maybe probably $250, $300. Don't take my word for it. I have no fucking idea. The costs for that shit are intense when you're producing it. So, I do avoid doing more of those that way, and I'm probably going to just focus on making printable files. No, this will be used. I just wasn't sure which splits, because it's kind of one of those, like it's this shot, and then split second later, the realization of what's happening is like, kind of has her smiling, except the smile is kind of wonky right now. It doesn't work. But like that's the idea, right? So it's kind of like in my brain, this rolls out like a movie, and I'm hitting pause in the right split second moment. So it's like, what emotion do I want to portray with it? That's kind of that. Speaking of which, let me just copy this also. Okay, how the fuck? How long have I been streaming? Oh, 2 hours. When did I get up? Oh, right, I got up like around midnight. The most expensive part is literally everything. The tooling, because like the problem with something like Sunstone statues, right? Is like, what are you gonna do? Have Ali without Lisa or Lisa without Ali? It's like it has to be a very specific statue to pull that off. I didn't want to have my first statue of them be, and possibly the last one be just one of them. It's just kind of crappy. So, when you have a two-character statue, guess what? Doesn't matter what you do, you're still fucking paying for production and painting and preparation and packaging and everything of two characters, in it. And it's a pricey madness, but it is what it is. At least with the bust pieces that we're planning, like those are going to be a single character. So it's like, here's the bust of Ali, here's the bust of Lisa. It's basically going to be one of these. Let me see where they are. Desktop. Desktop. Actually, I have it in downloads. This is an older video of it. I've upgraded it since then. But okay, let me just pull it to the stream window. Oh, come on, move. So yeah, basically this is what we're intending to produce. Wow, this is still the unfinished version, the older one. And there's an accompanying Lisa bust as well that's gonna be produced at a later point if this one is successful. Because like if this one flunks, we're certainly not gonna go like, hey, maybe the next one's like, yeah, yeah. What the hell? Photoshop. Oh, Photoshop just casually crashed. Neat. I wonder wonder how much I lost. Probably a lot. I don't remember saving at all. Let's see. Oh yeah, I haven't saved a single time. Genius. Nailed it. Well, what you gonna do? You know what? I think that's about my sign to stop streaming and just, yeah, take a break. Cause fuck it. Yeah, no, I'm not even, I ain't even mad about it. Like right now, I've kind of solved some problems, and like for me to now redo the thing is, I don't know, 20 minutes. Most of the time I spent was just kind of trying to figure out what I wanted to do with this. So I ain't even mad with this one. Oh my god. Let me just double check if I saved the one that I actually worked on a lot. Where are you? 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 But no. So I'm looking for this one. Oh yeah, I've saved Queen and the Woodborn one. That one had quite a bit of progress, so I'm happy I saved that one. What? Oh, thank you. Photoshop crashed, lost all the progress on the letters of the Vampire Queen. Yeah, it happens. But most of the work was just me figuring out what I actually wanted to do. So it's a 15-20 minute job to actually get back to the point. Now, anyways, thank you all for being here. I am gonna be off because it's lunchtime at 4 a.m. We work